Gunline. We got a fire mission coming down, y'all. I'm your host, Lopez. You're listening to the On the Gunline podcast, where we shoot the shit like we did in the past. No, that's not Hunt. No, that's not Urena. I actually have a shoot the shit episode today. And if he looks like he belongs on the side of a milk carton, it's because he looks like he's a fucking 10-year-old. Believe it or not, this young man is a fucking bona fide red leg. He served in the United States Marine Corps, and we're going to chop it up with him and shoot the shit. So I don't even know his motherfucking name. So with that being said, hey, what's going on, brother? What is your name?
So my name is Dustin Martin.
Dustin Martin. Okay, I saw the Anthony or Tony.
Yeah, so on social media I use either Tony or Anthony as like my profile names.
Gotcha. Well, welcome to the Gunline, man. I appreciate you reaching out, and I'm glad to have you on here, bro.
Oh yeah, brother.
Yeah. First things first. Thank you. Seriously, thank you, because I was fucking going dry out here trying to find motherfuckers to come on. Then they say they're gonna come on, and then all of a sudden, life happens, or they can't make it on, or they get their buttholes get all puckered up. But I appreciate you reaching out and being here. I mean, we literally started talking today.
Oh yeah, so, 3 hours ago, easily.
Yeah, fucking facts, man. So tell us a little about yourself, man. Where are you from?
So I grew up in a city called Leominster, Massachusetts. It's kind of in the middle part of Massachusetts. I was born and raised here. From here, I kind of started my journey, I guess. So initially, I was actually going to go into the Army. I originally wanted to be a 68 whiskey in the Army, be a combat medic. So my first recruiter ever, his name was, I think it was Sergeant Matthews. Couldn't even tell you at this point. Just nothing ever worked. Eventually I got to a point where I was like, you know what, man, potentially, let's try out the Marines.
Let's pump the brakes there a little bit. Let's rewind. Just a TT. Go. So you're from Massachusetts.
Correct.
So that makes you an automatic mass hole.
Oh, yeah.
And so, all right, do you have any not prior experience, anybody in your family served in the military before you?
So I have one cousin. Actually, I have a cousin and I have another cousin. My other cousin, he kind of was in and out of the military. He actually ended up getting hurt, so he didn't stay in the military. But our uncle on my dad's side, I guess you could say, he's either an uncle or cousin. Couldn't tell you at this point. But he actually retired as a full bird in the National Guard. So I was like, oh, damn. Never knew that one. Just knew that he was in the National Guard, never knew his rank, never knew anything until I actually got into the Marine Corps.
Right.
My dad ended up telling me, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that is. Dude, so did you know you wanted to be, that the military was something you wanted to do, like as since you were younger?
Yeah, so my family kind of knew, like my brother was kind of construction. My brother was always a construction kid.
Okay.
I was always kind of the military kid in the family, and then my sister, we didn't really know what path she was going to take. She's actually a nurse now, so.
Okay, right on.
We kind of have every aspect of our family.
I see that. I mean, so at what age did you start dabbling with like wanting to join the military?
Ooh, easily I would say like 12 years old.
Okay, so 12 you
years
already
old,
had
I was
fixed.
Like, oh yeah, I was like, I'm going to be in some sort of military branch. If not, I'm going to be a firefighter.
Right on.
Yeah.
Damn, that's what's up. So you were one of those outgoing kids, definitely, trying to, you knew you wanted to do it. So when you got the opportunity, a recruiter hit you up and you were like, fuck it, let's do this.
No, I actually went to the recruiters myself. I was the one that I was 17 and I was like, I got to get to a recruiting office immediately. This is something I've got to jump on.
Fuck yeah.
So,
okay. So you were telling us nothing really worked out with the fucking Army recruiter.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure that the jarheads were like, we'll take you. Come on down. Yeah.
So my main recruiter, hands down, I'll give this individual the top notch, because this man really helped me out in life. And he was just a salt of the earth kind of dude. Helped me out after I got out of the Marine Corps a little bit too. But just great recruiter, really like personable guy. And so he kind of like talked to me a little bit about like, hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to go infantry? Where do you want to go? And I said, I've got no idea. What's the Marine Corps got to offer me?
There you go. And what did they say?
So with that being said, they kind of do the whole, like, I don't really remember the whole Army's process. I just know they're kind of like, hey, you want to join the Army? All right, cool. Here's the MOS. Bye.
Oh, kind
here
of.
Here goes Fort Jackson for you.
All right, no. Let's rewind to TT now. All right, so with the Army, unlike the Marine Corps, you do have a decision on what path you could take in your career. For example, like they wanted me to come in as a dental specialist because as a civilian before I joined, I was a dental assistant, and I said no, not happening. I wanted to blow shit up.
Oh, of course.
That's how I ended up at 13 Banger, which in the Marine Corps is a 08 some bullshit. So
0811.
There you go. So I had a choice to do that. With the Marine Corps, my understanding is y'all motherfuckers take the ASVAB, you score high enough, and depending on what crayon color you decide to eat, that's gonna decide what fucking MOS you go.
so I'll take you back to 2015 was when I enlisted.
All right.
Jumping ahead a little bit here, but so when I initially enlisted, I had what was known as they kind of broke it down. You had combat support was the name of like 3 different MOSs that they kind of compiled. One of them was a lad gunner. The second one was, I believe it was some sort of amphibious vehicle job or something like that. Okay. And the last one was field artillery.
Okay.
And I had no idea. I knew what infantry was. I knew what a cook was.
Right.
And that was really like my basic knowledge of the military and like combat medics and like the gist of things.
Yeah.
When I heard field artillery, I said, I don't know what these guys do. I said, sounds pretty cool to me. That's what the last one was. It was tanker. They got rid of that eventually. So glad I didn't pick that one.
For real.
Would have ended up in the Army regardless. So.
Touche. Yeah. So you ended up field artillery. So now did you choose that before or after?
So I actually didn't get to choose my job. The Marine Corps chose my job for me. So they said, hey, we have these 3 MOSs. We're going to fill a boat space regardless of what you're at. I scored a 35. I'm not the best test taker in my life. Perfect artilleryman.
That's why you're an artilleryman.
Yep.
Hey, bro, you know what? I can't talk shit. How many times did you take the ASVAB?
Actually, I only took it once, and I scored the 35, and I was fine with it. I was like, I know if I retake it again, I'm gonna fuck up. Fuck up, and I'm gonna get an even worse score. Yeah. See, now, I retook it after I got out, 25.
See, my problem was that since I had a GED, I had to score over 50.
Oh,
so I kept missing that fucking 50. I was at 48. I was at 47. Yep. Finally, I got a 51. I'm like, fuck it, done. So, but if I had a fucking high school diploma, all I needed is fucking to write my name in the blank and I would have done enough.
And they would have been like, fucking, let's go.
Yep.
Get on the bus.
So when you took your ASVAB, you went into fucking, so you're in Massachusetts, so you probably went to Parris Island, I'm guessing.
Correct, I did.
All right. Tell me, how was boot camp what you expected it to be? Or was it, how'd it go?
Myself, in my opinion, boot camp was a little bit harder for me. At the time, I was not the most physically fit individual. Wasn't very motivated to be like, yeah, gung ho. But I knew I had the motivation somewhere. Right. I knew somewhere inside of me, I knew that this is something I wanted to do, and I wasn't going to let something get into my way of doing it. So when I got down to Parris Island, I got down to 1st Battalion Charlie Company, and in receiving, everybody's just miserable. I'm like, all right, cool. This isn't that bad. I can deal with this. Mm-hmm. And then just as boot camp progressed, there was a few times where I was like, I don't know how the fuck I'm still here. I don't know how I'm still here and how like all these other guys are still here. Like this shit is not fun. But at the same time, I mean, just like with any other boot camp or basic training, I mean, you have moments where you look back and reflect on things and you're like, holy shit, we just fucking did that.
For real, dude. Yep. I mean, especially like, the Marine Corps has this legendary boot camp, that's supposed to be the toughest, the cream of the crop. And I think all of that's just because of fucking, obviously, Full Metal Jacket, and
I believe very much so. I mean, that's what everybody bases their opinion off of. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of moments like that in mm-hmm. Marine Corps boot camp. I mean, but in your day, when you joined the Army, there was probably plenty of the same moments. Nowadays, I can't contest. Haven't been to boot camp within the past since 10 years, literally.
Yeah, no shit.
So,
I mean, I think
sorry,
every
6 years,
generation is going
not
to
10.
shit on the generation before them. You know what I mean?
Of course. The Iwo Jima guys shit on the Vietnam guys. The Korea guys shit on the Vietnam guys, and it's tenfold.
Dude, what's like one of the most memorable parts of boot camp that you remember?
Ooh, in what aspect? Because there's a lot of funny things that actually happened in my.
Bring it on, Chief.
So I'll say one of the funniest times that I always bring it back to this story. We had this individual. We'll call him Mitchell, because I won't use his real name in case he watches this.
Right on.
So Mitchell was about 5'2", glasses, very hairy, not a very loud screamer. Our drill instructors loved to fuck with him. And they used to do this thing called Mitchell time.
Okay.
Mitchell would come up, and everybody would face the portholes, and if you were fucking up, you knew it.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember that. And one day he'd gone to medical for something, and I just remember him laying in his rack, and we're all standing we're either in the school circle or something, and he has the guide on in his rack, like he's holding it straight up and he's laying down.
Okay.
And as he's holding it, one of our drill instructors tells him to start fucking waving it around like the wind is blowing it. And this kid is just laying there going like this in his rack, just laying down, screaming, "I, sir," at the top of his lungs. And it was one of those moments where you couldn't laugh, but it was just so fucking funny to see this kid laying in his rack, waving around a guide on and screaming.
I gotta love those fuck games, man. I mean, they're awesome.
Some of them were we were like, dude, what is going on? We watched another kid blow a pen around on all fours.
What the fuck?
We don't even know why. We don't know why he was doing it. We just watched it happen, and we were like, yo, this is fucking hilarious. I don't know what's going on, but we can't laugh.
That's the fucked up part. Dude, I don't know how many times I cut the inside of my mouth on my lip.
Just trying to bite your lips as hard as you can.
Yep. Oh God, yeah, dude. Especially when you have motherfuckers that are like, I had a drill sergeant named Beato. Drill sergeant Beato was Dominican.
Okay.
And
so you could barely understood a fucking word he said.
Nothing. I don't know if you ever seen that fool, a combat veteron.
Yeah,
that dude, where he
and
has
like a one bird.
Yes.
Yep.
Dude, that is Beato. He would be exactly like that. Have no idea what the fuck he's saying.
But you just have to do something. You have to do something, or else he's gonna fuck you up.
Dude, he's calling cadence, and I'm just trying to repeat whatever the fuck I thought I heard. But I mean, he was one squared away, dude. But yeah, man,
yeah, of course,
he was funny as fuck. I mean, my favorite part of him, and it's what I remember in basic for us was welcome to hell, privates. Don't worry about pussy, because you are the pussy and you're gonna get fucked. And I'm just like, what the fuck did I get into, bro? You know,
like, yo, where am I, bro?
For real. You know, I mean, but it was what I expected.
Like, and the thing is, too, is like I have friendships that I still speak to these guys now. Like one of my good buddies, he lives down in Connecticut, and I haven't seen him, unfortunately, but him and I talk almost on a daily basis. And he came to us halfway through a cycle because he broke either his leg or his arm. And like they used to fuck with him so hard, but like he was one of those kids who just didn't give up.
And that's what we need.
The boot camp is when you make those friendships in boot camp like that. And I mean, like you can look back on moments and you can talk about shit. Like one night, him and I and one other individual, you know, so in the Marine Corps, you have to fold your pillow in half and then stuff it in and push your pillowcase into the half. So it looks like a fucking, you know.
Gotcha.
So one night he slept in the rack to the left of me, I believe. So we put these fucking pillows on our head with our little fucking green wool blankets and start running around the fucking squad bay if the people are sleeping and going, "We're the fucking Gnome Kings." Like, waking people up in the middle of the night, trying not to get caught doing this.
The fuck?
And we're like crouching and fucking running around the squad bay. And I'm like, dude, if a drill instructor comes out here and sees us doing it, our entire platoon and company is gonna get fucked up for this. We're just fucking around.
Right.
And I don't know how we didn't get caught, realistically. And he'll probably remember this moment once he hears it, but I don't think he's ever thought about that moment. But that was another moment that I was like, dude, we're doing some fucking hilarious shit and we can't record this.
Dude, thank God. Thank God we didn't
Thank
have,
God.
because I mean, I'll tell you, like some of the shit that I see on TikTok and these motherfuckers on social media, they be going like, I'm not gonna say we didn't do some stupid shit, but I think we had enough sense not to record it if we would have had the fucking technology.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think one of the moments that I recall as well is in basic, like, is gonna sound gay as fuck, but somebody
Wait, did you have boot bands on?
Do what?
Did you have boot bands on? Because it's not gay if you have boot bands on.
No. We didn't have that, brother. We didn't have that. No, as long as we didn't see each other do this, we were good. But no, somebody had fucking somehow or another gotten a goddamn porno mag in there.
Oh shit.
And hit it. So, bro, he split up some pages and passed it to the stall next to you. And then we just fucking all the stalls were full.
Fucking thing.
Oh, you just hear that shit just whacking. And then you just busted your nut, and whoever fucking busted first won. And
we had a kid who, I think it was sunblock. He used sunblock, and like we found out about the next day because I don't know if he was in our company or if he was in like, so we have like, so one side is lead series, one side is follow series for us, and it's 3 platoons in each. So I don't remember if it was what company it was or what series it was, but somebody jerked off with sunblock and they fucking got it in their fucking, and like Firewatch went in there and was like, "You dude, what the fuck's wrong?" And he was like, "I got sunblock in it, dude. Like it's fucking burning."
What
like, first off, you're around men 24/7 for 3 fucking months, and you're over here fucking whacking off at 2 a.m. with sunblock? Like, come on, bud. We got bigger priorities, man. We gotta be up at fucking 3:30.
I don't know, dude. Sometimes you gotta beat that meat, baby.
Listen, deployment stories are deployment stories.
You're right.
Yeah,
dude.
What happens in the whack shack stays in the whack shack.
You're right. No, it does. It never does. Bro, I got busted jerking my gherkin like a motherfucker. Dude. But yeah, shit. So you went through boot camp, all that good shit. Then from there, you went to the greatest place in all of the United States of America, Lawton, Oklahoma.
Well, no, first. Actually, I had to go from boot camp, which was in Beaufort, South Carolina. Came back home to Massachusetts for 10 days boot leave. Got fucking obliterated.
Of course.
Yeah. Still get videos of it now from my sister. So, what was it? Then we got to go to Camp Geiger for our Marine Corps combat training. That was a fucking shit show. I had an M16 with a M4 stock.
What the?
I had a collapsible stock on an M16. It was the weirdest fucking thing I've ever dealt with. It was like cool at the moment because.
I'm confused. So you don't learn combat training in boot camp?
So we do to an extent. So we learn like rifle marksmanship, bayonet training, and like some basic like squad tactics.
Right.
But then we move over to like, so the infantry, the SOI guys, theirs is a little bit different. It's set up in the same way, but it's not.
Okay.
So they go through like the same portion of Marine Corps combat training. But then when they get to their actual MOS, that's when they split off to machine guns, mortars, anti-tank, the old assaultmen, because that's not a thing anymore, and then your basic infantrymen. Gotcha. So then for us, then we split off and go to our other MOSs.
Okay. So basically you're just there to check the block to say that you know how to do this shit. I know how to tear apart a 240 Bravo.
Oh, yeah. Most people still don't even comprehend how to do that to this day.
Jesus Christ. So how was that Camp Geiger? Where the fuck is that at?
So it's actually right outside of Camp Lejeune. It's in between MCAST, New River, and Camp Lejeune. Okay. So like Camp Lejeune, Camp Geiger, Camp Johnson, MCAST, New River is kind of how it goes. Or Camp Johnson's farther down. I don't fucking remember. They're all like within a proximity of each other.
Right on.
So you go there, you do your little whatever the fuck we even did. I don't even remember. All I remember is that we ate so many fucking MREs. It was disgusting.
Wait a minute. How long is this school for, or this training for?
I want to say a month.
Oh, okay.
A month and a half,
Are you still
somewhere around
treated
there.
like shit though, like a fucking
Yeah,
private?
yeah. I mean, some people are lance corporals, which is an E3. Some
Mhm.
people are privates, so an E2. And they think that they're hot shit because they're a lance corporal before you. So they're like, well, you have to fucking listen to me, private. And I was like, listen, dog, we're pretty much in the same boat.
For real, dude.
So I actually got impetigo on my face from shaving and sleeping on like dirty linens.
You got
So
what?
impetigo, it's like I guess it's like a skin rash.
Okay.
Is the easy way to say it.
That
And
works.
so I got on my face, so they held me back a cycle. So I was there for like 2 months.
Oh shit, dude.
So I didn't actually go with my original company, which I think was supposed to be Charlie. I ended up going with a hotel, and like fucking craziness happened at that fucking place. Because you're still
Do
living in
tell.
squad bays.
Mhm.
And I mean, males have their own squad bay, females have their own squad bay. You wouldn't even get like weekend limo for the most part. When you were
Damn.
there, you were in the fucking barracks or you were at the PX, and there was no fucking in between.
God damn.
You had to walk to there and come back. If you weren't there, you were there. And I mean, some of the people were just fucking being crazy as fuck. Like I remember every single time we walked out, you hear some staff sergeant fucking screaming at a PFC for like
Dude,
the stupidest shit.
it
Like,
sounds like
where the fuck
fucking
is your
prison.
belt?
Like, where's the what?
Where's your belt? Like that's a huge thing in the Marine Corps. Swear to God, we used to have like corporals and sergeants standing outside the PX on Camp Lejeune, asking individuals in civilian attire if they have a fucking belt on.
It's good to know that not only the Army has stupid shit that goes on.
You can't wear athletic clothing inside of the PX on any sort of Marine Corps installation. If you are caught with like PT or like just gym shorts on, fuck, get out. God. Some sergeant major is gonna grab you by the back of your shirt and haul your ass out and be like, "Who the fuck you with?" I'm with second tanks.
Oh man, dude.
We can't say that anymore, but back in the day, that was always the go-to. Didn't matter who you're with. Second tanks is who's your sergeant major? Sergeant Major Smith.
God damn, dude. There's a lot of shit I'm sure that's changed since you came in. I'm still tripping out on the fact that you got the little fucking baby face on you, and I can see why your skin rashed up because you know it's just like,
yeah, man. I just have that young face,
bro. I'm just saying, in basic training or boot, I'd be looking at you, Chief.
I looked bad. I looked like I was probably I think my waist was at 32 when I got out of basic or boot camp.
God,
it was bad. Like I took a picture and I had like the OG like girl in the military hourglass photo.
Yeah,
like it's on my Instagram actually. If you like scroll down far enough, you can see it. And I just looked fucking rough.
Dude, that's fucking trippy, man. I mean, damn. So did you break down and cry when you got your fucking hemoglobin anchor? Were you one of those
like
guys?
A bitch. Oh yeah. So this is my reasoning why. I had a drill instructor that fucking hated me, and I'll give him that. I was a piece of shit. I got into like 3 fights in boot camp just because of like I didn't know how to control myself. So it was on me. I was being a fucking. I mean, don't get me wrong. Still got into fights later on in the Marine Corps.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm just a hothead sometimes. That's my problem.
Well, no, it's not only that. I mean, you're a fucking man, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shit like that. I don't know if it's allowed anymore, but sometimes you gotta give an ass whooping or take an ass whooping.
Oh yeah, I've been punched in the face by my friends plenty of times, but you get over it. You live the fuck on.
It comes with it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Especially being on the gun line. If you're on the gun line and you're with the same person for fucking a year, you're gonna get fucking annoyed.
Oh yeah, dude. Then you take it behind the connexes or go to the wood line. You know,
or you just put the gun net down a little bit lower and you fucking brawl.
Yeah, just go for it, dude. I mean, dude, that's some of the best shit that I miss about being out on the field. Like, you know, when we stop firing, motherfuckers be like, all right, let's do combatives, you know, and just let out your aggression.
We used to have a thing on our gun section. It was called Take It Under the Lunette. So like when we wouldn't be shooting missions and like we would want to fuck with each other. We kicked out all the rocks, fucking made this like square, and on our deployment too.
Yeah.
And we just fucked each other up. We would do like 2-on-2, or we do 1-on-1. Like, hey, you got a problem with me? I got a problem with you. Let's fucking go.
Nice.
And as soon as you walked out of the square, problem solved. You didn't fucking have a problem with anybody. It's about being a man.
Exactly.
Like realistically, in my opinion.
No, you're right. You are 100% right, young man. You are right, dude. So tell me about. Okay, so
we go to MTT. We go to Fort Sill. Fort Sill, I think our course was 7 weeks. I want to say. I'm not too sure. It's fucking 2016. We're in 2022. Oh shit! I almost said 21. And I mean, I don't remember a lot of it. I remember parts, but so the first time didn't really like study a lot, being a shitbag again.
Mm-hmm.
Took a lot of details. So like we would get details to do like ceremonies, anything. I helped clean like an army's barracks and polish their floor one time, got a letter of appreciation from it. All sorts of little bullshit. Because we were the only Marines on the base.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be the redheaded stepchild.
Oh yeah. We got fucking whored out, to say the least.
Shit. Dude, trust me, I was in Fort Sill for my 16-week OSUT, as it was called, one station unit training back in the day. And fuck that place. I was there in the winter time.
Oh yeah, no. I was there in the summer. So I got fucking 115-degree days like it was fucking nothing. Dude. But I will have to say, one thing that I always appreciated about Fort Sill is the fucking rainstorms. I thought that shit was so fucking cool. Because in the summer, you'll see it like 2 miles out. And it's just the sky's black and it just fucking comes right in. And you got like 3 hours of thundering and lightning. But the thing that did suck is shit flooded quick. Because everything's flat.
See, I don't remember any of that because I was there from November through March so November 04 through March of 05.
So you guys had 9 or 8s when you first went through.
Yeah. Well, I never even got to train on that. I went straight to the fucking Paladin. That's what they trained me on. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I went straight to the Paladin but it gets better. You know, like for me, I spent my first half of my career on the Paladin. So that was cool. And I thought I was heavy shit. I was heavy, but I thought I was hot shit. And then I got to a light unit in the Army where they were 119ers.
Yeah.
I knew nothing. That's where I learned.
You were like, yo, what the fuck is this piece of shit?
Yes.
You're like, where's its tracks?
Dude, no. I once I learned a 119er, to me, anything aside from the 119er is garbage. Like the 777 was coming into play because they still had the 198s back then.
Yeah.
I wish I would have been on the 198 because that bitch it looked beautiful. That was a fucking beast.
Is a fucking monster.
Because the Corps didn't get the fucking 777s till later, right? I mean, y'all still have.
We didn't pick up a 777 until 2013 is when the first Alpha 1 series came to the Marine Corps. And I think initially only West Coast batteries were the batteries that had them. So like the guys in Camp Pendleton, and 29 Palms.
I see a lot of y'all fuckers hate 29 Palms.
I've never fucking been. I got out of the last 29 integrated exercise because of my ex-wife. So
ex-wife, goddamn.
Oh yeah,
you are checking the blocks.
Listen, we haven't even got into it.
No, we haven't. We're still going. All right, let's go with Fort Sill, baby. Only thing I remember about Fort Sill is scooters, which everybody goes to fucking scooters on a weekend. The motherfucking
was it Dragons? Was the other one?
The bar. I'm talking about the only nightclub there, Scooters.
Okay.
And that's the only place where if you can't get laid, it's because you're fucking
ugly.
gay. Yeah, no, you're gay. I mean, and even then they can get laid.
Most likely.
Pussy is there. Yeah. They need to have cow crossing signs in that bitch for these fucking beastly women that are crossing through there, bro. But that's about all I know because I went there only for basic training and then for my advanced schooling that I had to go there for.
Of course.
Yeah. But one thing I'll give you guys, I will give you fuckers. Every time I saw you jarheads, I was impressed by your fucking DNC, by your marching. Because I love seeing you fuckers march. And I would look at our privates, in the Army, and I'm like, you guys are fucking garbage, dude. Because you just see you motherfuckers moving like the discipline. You know what I mean? So even if y'all didn't have the discipline, you guys faked the funk really well.
Oh yeah, there's guys that we call them drill waivers initially. We still call them to this day, I'm pretty sure. But those motherfuckers are left-footed whole way through. You couldn't even fucking tell them which foot is their right foot because left.
What did you think about the artillery as soon as you saw it though? Like they told
I felt immediately in love.
Oh, no
I
shit.
said, you told me that I get to shoot this fucking. Oh, I can't say that. I fucking hated it because my fucking thing that I found out real quick is everything in artillery is heavy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
When they said, hey, an artillery round weighs 100 pounds, pretty much, like the 795 is pretty much 100 pounds, depending on what the charge is.
Yeah.
I was like, huh? You mean I have to lift a thing that's 100 pounds every fucking time?
Mm-hmm.
And we were shooting small boys in the schoolhouse. And that's what we had artillery trainers with. So right. I didn't see a 705 outside of the schoolhouse until I went to the fleet. And I was like, what the fuck are these? And they were like, you didn't learn about these in the schoolhouse? And I was like, I didn't learn shit at the schoolhouse. I don't even remember the fucking schoolhouse. And my NCOs fucking hated it.
Dude, all they taught us when I was in the AIT portion, the advanced individual training, was how to load, fire, clear. That's all they taught us. Fire, clear.
Our biggest thing that we did was, hey, this is how you emplace a gun. They had us setting up Angras still in 2015.
Dude.
And we had to run. We had like this fucking spool on a piece of plywood with a fake rifle, flat Kevlar, and fucking run it as fast as we can with this fucking spool of wire to hook up into a like a relay to fucking run back to our gun section.
Oh fuck!
To get our Angras up.
Fuck that, dude. Fuck that.
And they were notional. That's the fucked up part,
dude.
We never fucking had them.
I hate that notional bullshit. I haven't heard
they were
that
like,
word.
Hey, imagine you have a radio. Yeah. Run.
Dude, that notional shit was one of my pet peeves. We're loading notional rounds. We're gonna.
Yeah.
Dude, are you serious? 1 round per minute per person. Get the fuck out of here with that. Anyways, no.
Do not loads. All right, guys, we're gonna act like we have rounds. We're gonna do not load, okay? Go through the fire procedures.
Dude, I cannot stand that stupid notional round bullshit. Anyways, we get sidetracked a lot on these conversations. I'm sure you see,
man, dude. It's just bringing up more and more memories.
It does, right? Like I'm thinking about it right now. Like our drills, they would have fucking competitions with us. That's all we were. That was competition.
The nice thing about us is, so when we went out to I'm trying to think about how to describe this. So when you were there, were the Marines in barracks on the other side of the train tracks? Were they in like old tin squad bays?
I don't recall because the only time I saw the jarheads were in breakfast time because they were over on my side of the tracks by the starships. So in the training area. They weren't on the forts. They weren't on the
like the main
permanent side. They were on the training side.
Yeah. Okay. Us. So now when I went to Fort Sill, we were next to the fucking graveyard.
Oh shit!
The graveyard, the officers' building, and then our 2 barracks, and then a bunch of fucking other barracks that were being worked on. And then we had a baseball soccer field fucking thing, the train tracks, the road, and the road led up to the PX.
Okay. I'm already imagining it all right now. I can see it all. Yep.
So when I first got there, we used to go to the far chow hall that's all the way on the other side of the train tracks, up on the side of the hill, and it was the shittiest, most rundown, grossest fucking place I've ever been. And I was like, you're telling me I have to eat food here for fucking 2 months?
Because you guys, when I was there again, I went there again for school. And you guys would eat at the DFAC that was not the new one that they had built, but over there by the hotels. Y'all were eating over there by the hotels, right behind where the hotel was. That's where I would see you guys eating at.
I think so, because right before I left, they closed the one that we were going to.
Okay, because I slipped. I remember that very well because I slipped and ate shit in front of a bunch of you motherfuckers.
They just fucking laughed.
Oh
They're
yeah,
like, look at this fucking idiot.
yeah. Oh no, they would not call me a fucking idiot. I was staff sergeant at the time, so they weren't gonna call me a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
but they did laugh, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
And you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I was just embarrassed as fuck. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, dude.
Yep, fuck this.
Fucking A, dude. So you went in the 777, obviously, and tell me about your experience. Like the first time you got to. Okay, you guys would have different positions. So did you learn every position that you were supposed to be at, or just the number one?
Yes.
Man?
So the way it works for us is in the schoolhouse we rotated everything.
Okay.
My two worst spots, even when I got the fuck out, was gunner, a gunner. I could not tell directions of fucking how the fuck to use the howitser's traverse system by any means. Like I got better later on, but
okay, how about to say?
But like in the schoolhouse, I would fucking turn the handle the completely wrong way, and my instructor would lose his fucking mind at me. He'd be like, "Turn that gun the other fucking way, let's go!"
Oh shit!
He'd be like, "I staff sergeant."
You're trying to elevate, but you're fucking depressing the tube.
Oh yeah, they'd be like, "We gotta turn the fucking gun left." I'd be fucking cranking that bitch as fast as I can to the right, trying to find the culminator like it's fucking no one's business.
Oh my god!
Then when I would get on the culminator, he'd be like, "Let me check it." He'd go to look at it and be like, "You're fucking off by like 600 mils. What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "I staff sergeant."
If for some reason there's somebody listening to us right now that doesn't know what a collimator is, it's this fucking telescope looking thing.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's this telescope looking thing that picks up displacement every time we fire. So everybody,
and no motherfucker ever knows how to set it up properly.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not gonna fucking bullshit.
Most people are out by like fucking 500 mils, and then like you have to have your fucking your battery guns or your fucking platoon leader come down and fucking fix them for you.
Oh hell to the no! Hold up.
No, I'm just joking. That actually doesn't fucking happen.
Platoon, like an officer. There's no First of all, an officer is not gonna be on my fucking line. The only reason he's there.
Oh no, we had some officers that were actually like. They liked being a fucking around like the gun line.
See, that's the thing though. Like, I guess, okay, I don't know how the Marine Corps works, all right? But with us in the Army, there's a certain split between enlisted and officers.
Now, there is some officers that you're like, hey, sir, you have a maximum of 5 fucking minutes on this gun.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah, hey, sir, get the fuck back into your track over there with the FDC. Go plot some charts, and, you know, but, oh, you want to fire my gun? Fine, fire it, but get the fuck off. You know,
now let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Do you know what cherry popping is? That's not the politically correct term. I don't think the Army does this. I think the Marine Corps might be the only one that does it.
What's cherry popping?
So it is a rite of passage. I'm very traditional with the Marine Corps artillery stuff. It's a rite of passage.
Okay.
That it's your first time ever firing the howitzer.
All right.
And your section chief is the one that kind of like, hey, you're gonna pop your fucking cherry today.
All right.
So what you do is you ram the round with the 777. You go over number one, the number 2 man, which is the individual that loads powders and swabs. He is the one that catches your primer. Take the primer. Dip it in the swab bucket. Or sorry, he hands you the primer. You bite the primer.
Mm-hmm.
Dip it in the swab bucket. Drink it. Bite the swab. Then you have to lick the tire. That's the old one. Not a lot of people used to do that, but I fucking did it. You lick the tire of the 777 because you have to put it up to shoot the howitzer.
Yeah.
Then you turn to shake the section chief's hand, and I'm giving a little too much information now for all you young devil dogs out there that might have never popped their cherry.
Right.
So you go to shake the section chief's hand, and then you get your ass beat for fucking 30 seconds.
Nice. See,
it's a camaraderie thing. Like, hey, listen, this is the first time you're ever doing this. Like, welcome to the fucking club.
I can stand by a tradition like that. You know what I'm saying?
I might try it with the National Guard, but at the same time, I don't know how well it's going to go over.
I'm not too sure,
dude. I don't know these dudes personally, dudes or females. I don't know what the National Guard's got right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch that topic right now. but yeah, dude.
The first females we had in Marine Corps artillery were fucking spot on.
Oh yeah, like
those individuals were fucking
dude. That one chick, fucking Shannon, the Happy Bean Project chick. She was like the first howitzer section chief.
Yeah,
female type.
She was actually in one of the batteries near me in Lejeune. I'm pretty sure if it's the same person I'm thinking of.
She's the first female Marine section
chief. She was fucking hot shit, dude. She was not the person to fuck with.
Dude, I mean, she's cool as fuck. Like I've chatted with her and shit like that. Cool as fuck. More power to her. More power to the females in the artillery. Handle y'all business. Y'all know where I stand at with that shit. Y'all do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a toxic leader, according to her. I'm a vet pro. So, but with that said, so fucking yeah, dude. Like as far as like you had me at the primer shot. I know that's something that they do where they take the primer and they dip it in the swab and drink it. I never did none of that shit. To me, I never heard of it. I think that's cool as fuck. We don't have traditions like that I know of unless they're starting them. That'd be cool. Only traditions I know is like, they'll get the fucking buck LT, the butter bar, and they'll fucking elevate them on the tube, after they take them on.
That's a big thing that we talked about initially. And they were like, hey, listen, if you ever hear of, what was it called? They called it something. And they're like, on your birthday, they'll tape you to the tube and fucking elevate. And I was like, won't that fuck up the gun? Like that's my thing. Like you put a 140-pound person on the front of a howitzer, it's gonna do some damage.
You see, you're thinking too far ahead. Now, see, are you sure you shouldn't be FDC? You're thinking way too far ahead.
Fuck no. Listen, my math portion of the ASVAB was like a 10.
Damn, we are eye to eye, brother. We are eye to eye.
My math skills are out there.
Dude, that's fucking sick. So, all right. So you get to Fort Sill, you did your fucking training. Had some good times out there. Probably caught an STD or two while you were there.
Oh, no. I had one girlfriend. One fucking girlfriend there, though.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah, I met her at the mall. She used to come on base in her little shitty Sunfire. And I broke up there one day after she got into a car accident because she got into a car accident. And I was like, oh, fuck this and shit, I'm out.
Dude.
And it's actually like 2 days after that, I was actually leaving. So I was like, I got to cut this off some way. This is a perfect opportunity.
There you go. That was your out, right?
Yep.
Shit, dude, those fucking broads there at Sill, I mean, in Lawton, they got to be programmed to pick up some fucking dumbass private and fucking marry
most
him.
Definitely. She got like pregnant and married within like 2 months. After me being with her. And I mean, realistically, I couldn't even say that we were dating because she would come on base on Friday night for fucking an hour.
And then she'd leave you and go fuck the next person down the road, bro. Yeah. It's like in Korea. In Korea, it's like bitches just be getting run up in, man. And the juicies there, the juicy girls, we used to call them drinky girls. They got their eye on a fucking private as soon as they come in.
As soon as they walk in, they're like high and tight. See him?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, he's wearing his motherfucking PT shoes with jeans.
He's got dog tags. Fucking get him.
Dude, I love seeing these fucking new soldiers or the new privates when they come out.
There's a guy on TikTok right now, and he has like the fucking OG multicam hat, the fucking the M frames on with the little backpack, and he's like, dude, can't wait to go fucking 18X.
Oh like, my god.
I don't know his fucking TikTok name, but he's so fucking funny because how spot on he is. He talks about like zipper pants and shit. Hilarious, dude.
I'm gonna have to check that fool out, man. Because honestly, I laugh a lot of these
fucking
guys.
TikTok.
I cannot take some of these fucking soldiers seriously on there though. Like,
dude, some of them are fucking great. Some of them are fucking hilarious because they're so spot on with the shit they do.
I mean, if they're mocking it, like I get it. But some are just like, for example, there's this one dude that I saw there. He caught an Article 15 and he was doing time, his extra duty and shit. For running over his drill sergeant or some shit. And I'm just like, dude, you're proud of this shit? Don't be proud of your fucking ignorance. You know what I mean?
That's like that kid in the army that fucking, they did like some little bullshit day and he like smacked the dog shit out of his sergeant with like a whipped cream pie and knocked him the fuck out. I saw that. If that was a Marine Corps, that kid he'd be fucking dead.
I don't know what unit that was. And there's a difference between combat arms and soft skill MOSs, but I'm telling you, in the Army, in your combat MOSs, that right there, the NCOs would have took that motherfucker
wall to wall fucking counseling.
In a heartbeat, chief. Yeah. In a fucking heartbeat.
Closed locked doors are a fucking virtue.
That dude. No, that shit was. So where'd you end up going after that? What was your first duty station or your?
So my first duty station was Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Okay. I went down to 2nd Marine Division, 2nd 2nd Marines, 10th Division. Fuck that one all up.
Do you guys have a lot of different? I mean, I doubt it. You guys don't have that many places to go to, right?
No, not
especially
really.
from artillery.
Yeah, no. So we have North Carolina, we have West Coast, which is Pendleton 29, and then you have Hawaii, and then a lot of times like Hawaii will jump into going to Japan.
Okay.
You got the Oki Marine, man. Miss Oki.
I'm guessing, dude. Okay, so tell me, how long were you in Lejeune? Did you go bounce around to anywhere else, or you just there?
No. I did all 4 years in Lejeune.
Okay, cool. So, what was that shit like there?
So, with my experience, I've never been to any other like Marine Corps installation. I can't contest to how they are.
Mhm.
I do know that 11th Marines out in Pendleton, I think it was last year, won like the best unit in the Marine Corps for artillery. I had some guys that I'm personally like served with that went over there, and they're fucking solid dudes. They are fucking salt of the earth people, and they don't play bullshit.
Right.
And they're good dudes. I still talk to a few of them here and there. Great guys. Really probably helped out those chains of commands. A lot of my staff NCOs were West Coast guys.
Okay.
And they love the West Coast. That's where they grew up in the Marine Corps.
Right.
And so like for me being on Lejeune, it's my first duty station, I liked it. I really didn't have a problem with it. The unit itself, fucking phenomenal unit. When I first got there, just like every other unit, there's guys that are there that make life a little harder than it needs to be.
Right.
But, you're a boot to somebody. That's one of my favorite staff NCOs used to tell me. You're a boot to somebody.
That's a fucking fact. Dude, okay, so how many so do you guys have top gun competitions like every so often to see who has the best gun section?
So for us, we were a deploying unit on a MEU. Okay. So as soon as I got there, we were in a workup. So the guys that came in with us were a part of the plus up for the battery to deploy.
Okay.
So it's us, and then one other like plus up, which was only like 4 guys at the time. Okay. One of those dudes actually became one of my really good friends. He's still a pain in the fucking balls. Collins, you're a fucking asshole. Love you to death though. But like besides that, I mean, once I got there, it was balls to the wall, fucking crazy.
Let me ask you. So when you joined, what year did you join? 2015.
2015.
Okay, yeah. See, I was out. That's when I left. I left in January 2015.
Okay, so I went to boot camp in November, graduated in January.
Okay, I left
February. No, January 2nd.
I went on terminal leave January 29th, and I got my final retirement date in March 26th of 15. Okay. But so dude, what I'm thinking, like, okay, so obviously the war was already there. You knew you were gonna go. Did you already know?
So no, actually we didn't. So the way it works is in the Marine Corps, when you go on a Marine Expeditionary Unit, you are attached to. So for us as artillery, we got attached to 6th Marine Division. I didn't know shit about the infantrymen. I knew that they fucking shotguns and fucking kick doors,
right?
And some of them were bullet sponges, some of them weren't. Fucking whatever.
Right.
So I had to learn a lot of shit about those guys. I had to learn a lot of shit about what they did. Like, if you would have said the word cat in front of me in 2015, I would have been like, yeah, it's a little 4-legged fucking furry thing. I've had like 3 of them. No. Combined Anti-Armored Team is the coolest fucking job. 0351 in the fucking Marine Corps. Those dudes are badass. We got to be really cool with those dudes because we actually ended up deploying in country with them.
Okay.
Really solid guys. 2nd platoon was great. 1st platoon was fucking ass. But like we had mortars with us. We had Amtracs. We had LAR, light armor reconnaissance units. We had snipers, fucking Marine Corps raiders. The ship we were on was a landing craft, technically speaking. It was an LPD.
Okay.
So when we got on the ship, we stuffed all of our howitzers in the back. Yeah. And every fucking like 3 days, we'd go down there and bust rust on the howitzers when we actually finally deployed out. But prior to that, so don't jump ahead. So when we first got to the unit, they were like, hey, we're deploying for a MEU. We're like the MEU ready unit is what they kind of called us. Okay. So right when I think I was there less than 4 months, we were doing Marine MEU, like they call them MEU X's. Okay. So MEU X is when you go out on the ship, you kind of get used to like living on ship. So all the new guys were the Avon.
Okay.
So all those dudes got thrown on ship first, and then
Yeah.
everybody else came and you fucking helped them out. So like I remember we went up to Virginia and floated back down to Camp Lejeune, and then we picked up everybody. And then another time, Haiti 2 just happened. I think it was like 2016 was like just when it happened.
Right.
So they were like, hey, guess what? You guys are getting on another fucking ship and you guys are going to Haiti.
Jesus Christ.
So we were getting ready as a unit to do our mission tasked out was TRAP. Or was it TRAP? I don't remember the acronym, but like downed aircraft. I can't think of the actual like meaning. So like we prepared to, if any helicopters went down, we'd be the quick reaction force to go out there
You'd be like
secure the area. Yeah, exactly. So we would like get all of our gear on, and I'm a little fucking private, hauling ass through the ship with everything I have on, throwing sailor, marine, didn't matter who the fuck it was out of the way, trying to get down to the well deck to like meet a time hack that we had that was notional because it wasn't even a real fucking event. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
So we did that, saw off the shore for like a month, something like that, came back. So I think the whole entire, I think it's 6 months that you have to meet different qualifications.
Okay.
I'll never forget. It was either the last shoot or the second to last shoot for our MUX is what they called it, like the MU exercise. We were doing fires. We got a low angle A25 mission, a smoke mission.
Okay.
Apparently.
Low angle?
Yeah, that's the weird part. It was like 400, it was like 385 was the mills. Fucking super low, like right above the treetops in Lejeune. Shoot the fucking mission. Rear to piece, rear to follow. Only thing that we got back from the fucking gun line. We were like, me being a boot, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. My NCOs are like, get the fuck off the gun! So we went back, fucking had Corporal's Corner for fucking 4 hours. Come to find out, 2 of our rounds skipped out the box. So one of them,
dude, yeah, because fucking at the angle that it's at. Go ahead, man. I'm just thinking about this. Load elevation is usually 299.
Yeah. So they skipped out the box. One of them hit a rock, split, like went off in the wood line, and the other one hit in the dirt. Fucking didn't fucking go off at all. So it footballed pretty much. Second one hit in because it was a charge 2 mission for the MAC charges, which there's like the new increment of charges. So that's zones 1 and 2 of that. I don't remember the exact like range, but for that fucking round and that charge was fucking high as shit. And nobody questioned anything. Dude. We were like, FTC's got the right fucking map. Right. Shoot it. Fuck it. So we shot it.
Fire it, baby.
Yeah. Seriously. I'll have to go get my shirt. On the bottom of it for our deployment, I got it says fuck it, load it.
Damn, dude.
And the second one, so the way that Marine Corps artillery works, or it used to, not anymore. You had 120 mortars.
Okay.
You had 777s, and then you had HIMARS. When we deployed, we still had 120 mortars. So our 120 mortars, guys, it split our battery completely in half. You had first platoon, you had second platoon. If you were in first platoon, you were all mortars, guys. Second platoon was all howitzers. And then you had third platoon, which was like headquarters, motor T.
Okay.
And fucking the 155 round skipped out and impacted like 150 meters away from the fucking mortars as an 825 smoke round.
Bro, give me 1 quick second, please.
Yep.
Y'all, I just gotta go check something out. I'm gonna pause this real quick because my daughter just sent me a text and I'm not too thrilled. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
All right, Gunline. I apologize for that quick pause. You're probably wondering what the fuck just happened. I'll just give you a quick brief. I have an above ground pool out in the backyard, and I got 3 kids. One of them is in the bedroom. The other 2 are outside playing. The 9-year-old who's playing in the pool turned the water hose on. The 7-year-old made mud, and he looks like one of the kids from Lord of the Flies right now, just full of fucking mud all over. And the other one we're just letting it happen. So, anyways, it's a lot less worse than I thought it was going to be. But back to the story. We're talking about you. We talked about some notional timing, and go.
All right. So we shot an 8.25 round, low angle.
Low angle.
Ended up
That's right.
skipping out of the box, and our 120s were on the other side of the box because they can only shoot so far. So the round skipped out of the box. For those that don't know, the box is like the impact zone. It's just what we call it.
Yes.
So round skips out, hits like 150 meters out. Mind you, it's a white phosphorus round, and that shit is on point dead, not on time. So this thing fucking lawn darts in, and one of our guys who used to be a HIMARS guys was like, "Hey man, I didn't know the battery was behind us." And all I hear is woo, 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 poof. And they were like, "Get the fuck off the guns! Get the fuck off the guns!" So they went to the other side of the PA, and they were like, "Fuck this shit." EOD came out, they checked it, and they were like, "Yo, this shit's fucking done."
Dude, first of all, do you guys use safety tees?
Yes, we do.
So wasn't the safety tee looked at prior to fire?
I have no clue. I don't know what the fuck the FTC was doing, but they were fucking around with something.
Yeah, somebody fucked up and got fired.
I don't know if it was the FO's problem or if it was the fucking FTC, but fucking shit was bad.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I would have heard rear the piece, face the piece fall in, that's it. Game over.
I mean, I was a fucking boot. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Right.
Why we gotta go over there in front of the 7 tons? And then and they were like, don't touch a fucking thing. If you do, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. We're like, all right, shit, damn. And I mean, we've been shooting all week.
Dude, I am thankful that I've never been in that situation. I've seen it happen.
Only one time. That's the only time it's ever happened in my career.
I've only seen it one time happen, and it happened to one of my homeboys. And I mean, for those that don't know, like when you have a firing incident,
it's a big fucking deal. When you have a master sergeant come out and say, "All right, what the fuck gun was it?" Yeah. Everybody's like, it's like your fucking CEO of a company coming down and telling you at the gun line, like, you're fucked up.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, you get deserted, dude. Oh my God.
I've seen chiefs get fired on the fucking spot. I've seen it happen to 3 individuals, and I was like, oh fuck, that is not good.
That's one thing I always tell my Joes, man. Anytime I tell you fucking fire that bitch. You know, if I said do it. But fucking it's my rank. It's my rank going out that tube, you know. And
the best way I've ever heard it, honestly, is what are they gonna do? Take my rocker away?
Exactly. That's pretty much it. Like, yeah, dude. You know, at the end of the day, fuck it. I mean, unless I fuck up and hit Walmart.
Yeah, hey, listen, that story, there's one in Lejeune where artillery round killed the fucking colonel's wife. Don't know how true that shit was, but it was like back in the day. Because we have to shoot over a lot of roads to hit our box.
Right. So. Dude, like the whole Walmart parking lot I've heard in Fort Sill. I'm sure that there's those tales everywhere. You know what I mean? Oh,
yeah, there's, so we did a brag at one point. That was like a big thing. We always used to go to brag. We got to go up to brag.
Okay.
I did one my entire time, and I fucking hated it. But there was one where they said that somebody shot out and fucking hit Walmart or fucking killed somebody driving by and fucking this and that. I'm like, dude, you know, fucking far away Fort Bragg is from like main town Fayetteville.
Now, let me ask you: in the Marine Corps, are you guys in the artillery the same as we are in the Army, where it's competition? Like we're gonna be the fastest shooters.
Oh yeah, through. You know what gun section is fucking garbage. Listen, at my fastest time, 9 seconds. As a section.
9 seconds between rounds?
Oh, yeah. We had dudes doing 7 seconds.
I saw this one video, dude, where they had this one beast-looking motherfucking jarhead where he was the only one on the fucking ramming staff and just like thump. And
so that's just very frowned upon, one-man rams.
Yeah.
The only time you really do is if your section's short. But
dude, this motherfucker was big enough.
If your FAC, your field artillery chief comes the fuck down, you're getting fucked, bud.
Dude, all I'm saying is that
you're digging 7-ton fucking graves.
He was big enough to fucking handle that shit by himself. He was at least 6'5", big beast looking motherfucker. But dude, in the artillery, we cut a lot of fucking corners. Let's be real.
Yeah, I listen. I have seen it one time. I've seen a not a hang fire, but like an accidental, like there was one fucking ember left, and it was in the gun next to us on deployment.
Mm.
Our old school staff sergeant, he's a warrant officer now, fucking phenomenal guy, knows everything about artillery. They fucking put the powders in. He heard like a sizzling that closed the fucking breech, gun went off. No primer fucking went off, nothing.
Yeah.
But it was just that hot. We had shot that much.
Well, not only that, did y'all swab?
No, that was the last thing. They didn't swab that last mission. And they were shooting charge 4 hotels.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. They were shooting big fucking rounds. They were shooting big charges with fucking...
Dude, I mean,
rounds.
what you guys don't get to do, though, in the Corps is we call finger popping. Y'all don't get to do that. That shit is fun. All right, so finger popping on the... They used to do it on the 1-9-8s.
Oh, it's when you fucking...
You use your finger. You don't use a lanyard.
Yeah. So we call it slap firing on the...
Yeah, because the way the fucking mechanism is on a fucking 777.
If you pulled that firing linkage on a fucking 777, your arm would be fucking toast.
Bro.
Your arm would be ripped right the fuck off.
Dude,
on 9-8 different, but...
On the 1-9-8 and on the... I heard of it done on the 1-9-8, and the best motherfuckers that were finger popping, they would not just finger pop. They would fucking be able to fucking pop the breech open as it's fucking going back at the battery, dude.
That's fucking sketchy shit.
Dude, hey, you do what you got to do, Chief. But like,
hey, listen. They achieved that 5-second turnaround time, and they were like, "Fuck yeah,
dude!" I loved it because I was fucking finger popping 5 hotels out of the fucking. Oh yeah, baby. Until the first time you finger pop, because the firing mechanism right down the housing, you just slide it over on the breech anyways, and you just got to write.
You guys only had one singular primer instead of the magazine full of primer.
Yeah, we didn't have that magazine bullshit.
Yeah.
We had so you would have one primer in your mouth, and then the other one you put it in there, and then you had your primer belt up here. But this is inside the gun, inside the Paladin.
Inside the Paladin, yeah.
Yeah. And so you just be finger popping, boom, boom. Dude, finally I was in my chief seat, and this is out in Mosul when I was in Mosul in 2010. I'm just finger popping the shit away. And finally I got too cocky with it, and I pulled it.
You wrapped the fuck out of your knuckles, man.
Bro, that shit hurt.
And
like
you were like,
bitch.
"Oh, I'm not gonna do that one again for like a few minutes."
Oh no, I told my number one man, I was like, Ostrowski, you got it, Chief. And he was like, "Can I finger pop?" You sure can.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't even have to ask. Like I said, there were just corners that you would cut, and like fucking swabbing, you would not swab.
You swab every fucking 3 rounds, depending on the charge.
Exactly, dude. So I'm sure you guys, cut your corners as well. And I guess the competition was.
I'm not gonna say that we haven't cut corners. You know what Canadian loading is on a fucking 777?
Please let me know.
So what is called Canadian loading is when you have a round loaded on the feed tray. So as soon as the howitzer goes off, you can fucking open the breech, drop the tray, fucking slam the round in.
Oh, so you have the round on it while you have one in the breech.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Now that's tight. I can deal with it.
We questioned if some of our guys did it because they had like 7-second turnaround times, but no. We actually had during our deployment, we weren't allowed to have any electronics.
Okay.
Because of the situation that we were in, we weren't supposed to be helping. So eventually we had like the Marine Corps combat camera guys come out.
On.
One dude, super cool guy. Still talk to him this day. Matthew Callahan, great fucking photographer. He came out and he took a video. If you ever look up 3-6 Marines artillery, you can see us out there in Syria shooting in 2 different campaigns. One of them's for Top Qadan, the other one's for El Raqqa. El Raqqa was our biggest one.
I think it's fucking awesome, man, that you got to do a lot of what many of us didn't get to do, which is fire fucking artillery. Do your fucking job in theater.
I got to do one of the coolest fucking things besides that, and that's watch my fucking rounds impact in a combat zone. When you roll up to a fucking side of a city and it's buildings fucking through and through, and 2 weeks later it's fucking rubble.
Nice.
We shot charge 1s at one day. We shot like 6 missions of charge 1s. So from where we were to the center of the city was 9 miles.
Oh shit. That wasn't that far at all.
No. At one point we literally would shoot, wait a few seconds, watch the round fucking impact, and fucking shoot the next one.
Nice. Yeah. Dude, that's fucking badass. So I guess that goes into your deployment. So when you finally got orders to go.
So so initially we kind of heard through the grapevine because we were kind of steel citied on our ship, which is, for the people that don't know that are on Navy side, it's when you have no communications externally. Can't use payphones, can't use shit like that. If I remember correctly, we were. So, or we were just being monitored on what we said, so we didn't get steel citied. I think that's what it was. So I remember I talked to my parents on like the payphone on ship because we had the little fucking swipe cards for the ship. And I remember saying to my mom, she was like, "You're not going to Syria, right? Like, there's Marines artillery in Syria." And I was like, "Mom, I don't know any fucking thing about that. I have no knowledge of what the fuck is going on externally." Like, we got into the port of Israel, right there at Haifa was the name of the port. And I remember I called her and I was like, "Hey, remember that thing we talked about the other week?" She was like, "Yeah, what about it?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's gonna be me." And she was like, "What the fuck is that supposed to mean?" And I was like, "Mom, think about the conversation we had." And she was like, I was like, "Don't fucking say any names or any words." I said, "Just say yes or no if you know what I'm talking about." And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, well, just let you know, I'll talk to you when I can."
Right.
So from there, we, yeah. You got to be tactful with the OPSEC, man.
Yep.
And that's the way I always try to treat it. I'll answer yes or no. And I didn't say anything. Yeah. Or I'll just make a noise.
Dude, me and my homeboy then, when they were out in Afghanistan in Monte, his name is TC. Well, that's what we called it, TC. But we had our own little code words. Like before he left, we decided like, "Hey man, if I tell you there's some people packing their bags, the amount of people I'll tell you packing their bags, that's how many are gone." So yeah, he's like, "Yeah, man, we said about 6 guys packing their bags today."
Damn. Shit.
Oh, dude, it was. I loved it. I asked him to put fucking, and I don't know if he
tallies,
did,
like tally marks up on like a board.
No, I wanted him to put fucking bacon grease on the rounds so that when it exploded, it would send the motherfucking Haji straight to fucking hell. So
that's fucking too funny.
Oh yeah, dude. So tell me about your you getting country in theater. How did you feel about it? Like, did you have the pucker
so there
effect?
There was a process. So we got the initial order while we were in Israel.
Yeah.
Jumped into Kuwait over at good old Camp Yering. Fucking shithole place.
Yeah.
I'll say this: being a Marine and being on that fucking base it was actually pretty cool. Realistically, because we were just traveling through, so we were there for like a month. And I remember one day I was walking by myself, and everywhere we had to go, we had to have a fucking battle buddy. But my sergeant was like, "Hey, listen, I don't give a fuck. You got to go to the fucking computer lab to print some shit out." And I'm walking down the fucking one of the main strips there in Bering, and I see this guy walking towards me, and I'm like, "This dude is old as fuck. He's got to be an officer." So he gets like 10 feet in front of me, full bird colonel, fucking big old fucking metal stack right here, just like with all of his fucking awards.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, sir, how the fuck are you doing?" Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, "God damn, Devil Dog, it's fucking good to see you." Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "Wow, I've never seen somebody so happy to see a fucking Marine before."
Dude.
Go
ahead, man.
And it was just, I was like, wow, like this is really how fucking lieutenant or colonels feel about fucking Marines, like on their base. Because I think he was actually the base commander, to be quite honest.
Oh, no shit.
But I was like, wow, what the fuck? And then you'd walk by like there was a small detachment of Marines there. There were like supply or some shit. And I remember being a Lance Corporal, and some fucking random corporal walked up to me one day, and he was like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And I was like, "I'm good, Corporal. How are you?" And like got to a parade rest, and he was like, "Hey, who are you with?" Blah blah blah. And I was like told him I was with 3-6, like, cause that's what we were supposed to say.
Right.
We're with the battalion landing team, is what they call them. And he was like, "Oh, I don't know who the fuck that is, but I'm here, fucking stationed here." I was like, "Nah, man, we're like just passing through." And he was like, "Oh, okay, well, it's good to see other Marines here for once."
Bro, I fucking hated Camp Yering. I was there,
but I will
maybe
say this:
2 weeks, 3 weeks tops. I fucking hated that place.
So none of you motherfuckers carry your rifles fucking anywhere on Bering. The only time I ever saw it was if I saw people in the PX, never had a rifle with them.
That was probably permanent party that was there that didn't do that.
Yeah, most likely. But I remember me and my homeboy Collins, the same one I talked about earlier. We went to one of the main PXs one day, and they had the nice porta johns, the ones that were like they looked like a porta john on the outside, but it had a toilet inside.
Never seen that shit.
So it wasn't like it was fucking crazy. We were like, holy shit, we're in fucking paradise. I mean, that bitch still got the 120 degrees during the day, but fuck it. So he went in to take a piss, and I'm standing outside. I said, "Hey, Collins, get out here right now." These two fucking army chicks walked by, full makeup on, and we haven't seen a girl in fucking a while. We got deployment goggles on because we've been on ship for 2 months.
Oh yeah.
So Queen's we're free, like, we're both sitting there fucking gawking, and they're both, of course, see us, and they're like, "Ew, what the fuck you Marines want?" And my boy Collins, he goes, "God damn, you and your friend are hot as shit." And they just laughed and kept walking, and we were like, "No, come back, like we want to talk to you."
And, you can't do that shit nowadays.
No.
Bitches
or they'll tell you you're married.
Bro, all I know is, first of all, Camp Bury.
I will say this. There is no IDF bunker on Camp Bury that does not have fucking condoms in it. Used condoms. None of them.
Dude, no.
Every single one of them, there was like 6 of them bitches fucking freshly.
At least they're fucking practicing safe sex. I'm happy about that.
Fucking God. But I was like, y'all some nasty motherfuckers in here. Fucking in IDF bunkers?
Dog, look, I don't know about you. I used to bust nuts in those motherfucking in those porter shitters in Buring.
Listen, in Buring, that was the OG. The ones, the toilets were the ones that you wanted.
Bro.
Because you knew it, at least you could flush it. It wasn't just sitting in there culminating.
Yeah, I didn't get that, bro. I didn't get that. I got porter shitters, 120 degrees, smell like asshole.
Yep.
And you find a porter shitter because by the smell. That's how you knew where you were at.
Yep.
But like you said, you ain't seen broads in a long time, and you happen to take a shit, and there's some porter shitter artist that draws a perfect looking titties. And I'm just like, you know what? It's going down, dog.
Oh yeah.
Gherkin, bust a good nut. Then you see your little squid baby, your little jellyfish on top of somebody's turd that they fucking just shit a few minutes ago. Hey, I didn't have the nice experiences y'all did in fucking Camp Buring.
I will say this. There's been many a times I have almost passed out with them motherfuckers because that bitch is like a sauna.
It is.
You can't go in that midday. If you go in there midday, you better be pissing. Your ass is gonna pass the fuck out.
Facts. Dude, the worst part is when the motherfucking porter shitters are getting cleaned out.
Oh, that smell is horrendous.
Damn.
Listen, I'll tell you this. That smell of a hot porter shitter was the entire smell that I smelled in Syria, with a little bit of burnt trash.
No shit.
Like everywhere we went, and we went into a major city. I don't know if their sewer system is like behind their fucking house and they just shit in buckets, or if they just shit in holes in the ground. I can't contest, but every single time we'd be rolling through, you'd smell burning shit, burning trash. You'd see burning trash. I'm like, God damn.
Fuck. So when you were in Syria, now were you guys on a fire base or?
So that's that.
Or is that OPSEC at this time?
To be honest, I can't really say what is OPSEC, what it isn't. I'm not in the Marine Corps anymore. I don't know, like, if they've ever released full details on what happened there.
Right.
I'll give you a little bit of my perspective.
There you go.
What we call the fire base was a dirt mound pushed up about 6 feet from a bulldozer. Like, okay. I have if you ever go on YouTube and look up like artillery rocka, and you see those videos, those things that are lining our guns is just fucking dirt. We slept in fucking graves that we dug ourselves.
Okay.
So like that was the basis of our shit. We had fucking nothing.
Damn.
So for like the whole deployment, man, we're doing laundry out of ammo cans and fucking powder cans. Pour a little water in that bitch, get a fucking tent pole, beat the shit out of it in the water, put a little borax in there, beat the shit out of it again. Take 2 like round stands, fucking push them up against each other, lay your clothes out to dry in fucking 15 minutes because the sun's so goddamn hot.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Yep. So like all of our machine gun emplacements around the gun section, we had to build little net settings for, like with extra tent poles, so our guys that were out on watch didn't get fucking cooked alive.
Damn. God damn, dude.
So like one of the longest days we had. Well, 2 of the longest days. Our first day in country was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
So we jumped on a C-17, came into Kobani landing zone, which was like one of the main effort bases in that part of Syria. and we did a short fucking combat landing. Worst roller coaster I have ever fucking been on. I'll say this one part too with that whole experience. So we had a female crew member. Props to the Air Force for your females. A married one, a divorced one. Y'all are fucking different ass women, but this one was a man. She literally, we all got in the aircraft. We're all just bullshit, whatever. She like puts over her little headset and she goes, "All of you, shut up right now." And we were like, "Well, goddamn, what the fuck did we do?" So she's like, "All right, blah blah blah," gives us a little in-flight information, whatever the fuck. Then she starts talking to our infantrymen that are in like the front row of the aircraft. Fucking takes out a dip can, fucking packs a little dip, takes out like half the can, shoves it in her lip, grabs her flight suit where her crotch would be and pulls up on it like she's pulling her junk.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck plane did I just get on?
No shit.
And I was like, hey, did y'all see this? And they were like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, bro, that is a built different woman. And she's like telling people to shut the fuck up and shit. And I was like, God damn. So when we got into our landing, I mean, I was in our fucking gunny's lap next to me. He was in the guy's next to him's lap. It was rough. So she puts on her little fucking soft armored vest with her little fucking crew helmet on with her dual night vision, got her little M9 on, and she just starts grabbing Marines and throwing them out her fucking way to get to the back door. She puts down that ramp and it's like, get the fuck off my aircraft.
Oh shit.
Because they only had like I guess they had a window. And if they didn't meet that window, they had to stay to their next one.
Orale. Okay.
Some shit like that. But we fucking grabbed our shit and hauled off that fucking plane. And it was like, maybe 12 o'clock at night, 1 a.m. So we get off the bird and it's fucking pitch black.
Yeah.
Like if you put your MVG on, it probably wouldn't even have fucking helped you. So we just kind of follow the shadow of the guy in front of us.
Right.
And as we're walking up the main portion of the base, there's a fucking set of Marines. I just remember hearing one of them go, "Who the fuck are those guys?" And we were like, "We're your replacements." And they were like, "Fuck you guys. I hope you guys have fun, faggots." So we like get up there. They give us a brief of the little fucking base because it was controlled by actually it was controlled by the Air Force, I believe. But there was Army stationed there as everybody. So that was like our main base that we like kind of did everything out of. Like a lot of our task force guys, like the higher ups, were stationed out of there. So then we got pushed out to a logistics base. First convoy we are fucking on. First convoy ever. Maybe like 2 hours, realistically. Get outside this logistics base. They halt us like 500 meters out. Nah, probably like 1,000 meters out.
Okay.
They're like, hey, halt your convoy completely. And we were like, the fuck? Mind you, I'm sitting in the back of a fucking up-armored 7-ton. I don't know if you've ever seen like the Marine Corps 7-tons that have the up armor on the sides. Yep. So I'm sitting in the back of that bitch. I got a saw gunner to the left of me, which is one of my good friends. And I got a staff sergeant who's a fucking motor T guy. And then a fucking forward observer fucking gunny next to him. So those two are fucking chatting it up. And I'm like, listen, those two can fucking stay like talking to themselves. I'm a fucking Lance Corporal. I'm an E3. I'm not fucking doing their shit. So we fucking get this halt and he both of them immediately put their rifles outboard. And they're like, get your fucking guns up. We don't know why the fuck we're stopped. So all of our fucking vehicles had turret gunners. So they like asked one of the turret gunners like, hey, why did we stop? And they were like, oh, there's an IED, fucking 30-pound shape charge, aimed right at the first vehicle in the convoy.
Nice.
And I was like, what the fuck? So as soon as they say that shit, two dudes in a jingle bike roll up right outside the wire. And this, I'll never forget this shit. This staff sergeant goes, Martin, see that fucking guy right there? I said, yes, staff sergeant. He goes, if he fucking does anything, I want you to fucking drop him. And I was like, hey, we're fucking in it to win it. Dude. And I was like, I'm going to get fucked up because this kid next to me has a fucking saw. And if he starts letting that thing fucking go in this bitch, it's going to get loud as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
And I was like, so these dudes fucking stand there, whatever, like just watching us. And I mean, mind you, this is like a 13 vehicle deep convoy. Like this
Yep.
shit is huge. So they got EOD. They come by us, fucking blow up the shape charge, and we keep pushing. We push into the logistics base. We get like everything out. Come to find out, every fucking turret gunner that was on the right side of that fucking convoy was aimed at these fucking two dudes. Because there was, mind you, we were in the middle of nowhere, and there's just two fucking guys chilling outside of it.
Oh yeah, dude.
And we were like, dude, these guys would have been fucking minced meat. Everybody in the convoy would have fucking shot at these dudes.
I mean, what was the ROE for y'all then?
We realistically, it was you had to get like task force general commander to fire your fucking rifle at somebody.
Wow.
Like it was ROEs were very fucking strict. Like you couldn't fire at anybody, you couldn't shoot anybody unless you were physically shot at.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was like in when I went to Iraq. Well, not that bad, but I mean, every time that we fucking fired around or we shot, we had to fucking do a goddamn SIR and
oh yeah,
fuck all that shit.
No.
But
nobody. I don't think anybody on that deployment fired any sort of like weapon
arms.
system. Yeah, no small arms fire. A whole lot of rocket, whole lot of artillery. So after that, we push out to our initial position, and man, we're just fucking going at it. We replaced these other guys. The other guys shot like 5,000 rounds in a month.
Ooh.
In a month, we shot 6,500 rounds.
Hell yeah.
So,
dude, that gets my dick. Okay, do you guys call it wolf pussy too, by the way?
Oh yeah. Oh, I got a story about that too. One of our recorders, he ended up being our powder monkey for a while. His name is Melendez. Melendez is a good fucking dude. And that staff sergeant that became a warrant officer, he went up to Melendez one day. Melendez is like this little like 5'4" fucking what is he? He's Guatemalan.
Fucking Guats.
Yeah, love him to death. Fucking hilarious kid. And he goes, Melendez, go over to the Angros and just scream, wolf pussy! So he used to do it all the fucking time. Like, we had no problem with it until we got a female corpsman. And she was like, listen, dude, I don't give a fuck what you guys do. I'm not offended by shit. So he used to do it all the fucking time. Like, he would interrupt people, or he would just make him scream at the top of his lungs. Fucking hilarious.
Dude, I love hearing, that I get it. Females on the line now, it's a new world. And I mean, it's cool when the broads are like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, wolf pussy, wolf pussy. I'm just waiting for that moment. It's gonna
I think happen. A lot of them though, like, no, it's not supposed to be like derogatory. It's not supposed to be like, fuck you, you're a woman, or anything of that nature.
Right. I mean, the issue that I have is not that. It's not that. Oh, you know what? We're not gonna talk about that. But anyway, moving on. So fucking
So our first month we start fucking hammering them. Second month in, we're at like 10,000 rounds. And I mean, we're there for, I think it's 5.5 to 6 months. And man, we're just fucking slaying as hard as we can, balls to the wall, 24-hour missions, fucking out of traverse missions, fucking everything we could. I've done every single thing you could do in field artillery in the Marine Corps.
Dude, that's all. I think that my favorite type of fucking fire missions would be sweeping zones. Just because of the.
So we shot a lot of those because when we eventually got to a certain point, there was a lot of IED lanes.
Yeah.
So we shot a bunch of them. Mm-hmm. And what they tried to do is they tried to like break it up so that every single time that we shot one, like if there was a potential IED of any caliber, it would blow it up.
Right. Well, because especially the IEDs, well, back in Iraq, and they were historical placements. So in other words, they would place them in the same place around the same fucking time.
That was scary. That was the really scary thing about Syria is these motherfuckers would put them in doorways. They'd put them on roads. They'd put them on dead bodies. They'd put them fucking everywhere. And one of the scariest things I remember hearing is from one of our guys that went out with a soft unit. He said, be very mindful of where the fuck you step, because one of the modern day techniques is taking those the fake rocks with the light sensors in them and using that as the fucking trigger. And I said, I would have never thought of that shit. That is the craziest shit I've ever heard.
Bro, when they used to fuck us up in Iraq was with EFPs, which is basically a shape charge, right? Yeah. And these motherfuckers, we thought that these motherfuckers were retarded. They're not that smart. but when they told us they were using like garage door sensors,
Oh,
to pick
yeah.
up the heat signature to fucking
Or
hit us.
they were vice versa. They were using the fucking anti-IED device, the emission of that, to set off another IED. The first one might not go off, but that second fucking third vehicle in the convoy, that thing is getting fucking smashed.
Yeah, or what they would do is they would have the sensor, because they caught up to our Rhino arm quick. Like the Rhino arm came out from my unit from 277. That went up there. Yep. Yeah, because we got fucked up back then. It was in 06. That's when the EFPs were getting fucked up. So we try to come up with a way to counter it. So we ended up getting this fucking our maintenance guys made this fucking bar. We put an ammo can in the front of it to mimic the body of the Humvee.
I've seen those shits before.
And inside of that, we put a glow plug. Yep. Then at the bottom of that, we had a piece of rubber to be like the tire. And then on top of that was a fucking piece of metal to be like the rest of the body of the Humvee. Dude, so we would extend it up to, I think it was like 12 feet and then 9 feet. So the thing is, these fucking Hajis, they got fucking smart, bro. They were like, okay, we'll play your game, because it worked. The first time it got hit was on, I think, Golf Company. They were out on mission and they got hit with the EFP, and they got pictures of the slug went straight to the ammo can, so it worked. So
those things are fucking scary because, dude, I mean, from what I understand of the shape charges, is we had a lot of Fallujah guys in my battery, and they said, dude, that was the most devastating thing you have ever seen. It looks like somebody took a fucking drilled a direct hole, and then just the grossest shit you've ever seen in your life hit that vehicle, bro.
So what ended up happening with the Rhino arm, these fuckers moved the array towards the Humvee. They distanced it, so whenever you would trigger it, it would slam into it. And yeah, dude, on my first mission in Baghdad, we got hit with an EFP, and the vehicle behind me was the one that got fucked up. Miraculously, I don't know how the fuck we didn't get hit. It was funny when you said the third vehicle gets fucked up, because that's what happened. The first vehicle pushed through, then we went through, and then the third vehicle got hit with the EFP. Yep. The thing about the EFP was it has enough strength to fucking blast through the fucking to penetrate the first body of the first armor.
The fucking Humvee, because
and then it just ricochets inside. So the slug will just ricochet. Yep. And just fucks everybody up in there, depending on how many. They had like arrays of 6 that will go through in there. It'd just be like a shotgun, just fucking up. It was, dude.
It's like put marbles in a glass container and shaking them around.
Might as well be, yeah, dude. Because when we got fucked up that day on January 5th, that was a fucked up day, and I mean it was a fucked up day. But yeah, dude, those shape charges ain't no fucking joke. And damn, that just took me back. Anyways, so. You got the IEDs, EFPs. Y'all didn't even have to worry about that shit because you were on a fire base person. Y'all were on somewhere shooting. How long was your deployment for?
So in total, it ended up being 9 months in total.
Okay.
So we left in January, February, and we didn't get back to like at least November.
Right on.
So it was a full fucking year, pretty much. And the funny thing is, I remember one time I called my mom on a sat phone. And I'm talking to her, and I said, "Hey, I gotta go." And the last thing she said she heard was an explosion, and it was actually our howitzer shooting.
Nice.
So I called her back 5 minutes later, and she goes, "Dustin, I thought you died. I thought you just fucking died in a bomb." I said, "Oh no, Mom, we had to shoot a mission, and I just had to go."
That was outgoing, Mom.
Oh yeah, Dude,
I'm telling you, the greatest words in the English language are fire mission. Oh. You want to wake me up out of a deep sleep? Yell fire mission. And
listen, to this day, the smallest noise to me, I am fucking up.
Oh, speaking of which, so when you guys fired out there, was it all digital, or did you guys fire by voice?
We cannot in combat in the Marine Corps fire anything analog. We set up everything analog, but we were told strictly, if your digcom goes down, you can't shoot.
See, and that's the bullshit that I fucking hate hearing. At least are you guys trained up though?
Yes. So majority of the time when we did like pre-deployment training, there were some times where we would shoot analog. We didn't do it very often because like they deem analog as like very unsafe this day and age, because it's the mil tolerance is so crazy. Right. I'm like, but if you're fucking going off the fuck, what is that thing? The one that
collimator, aiming post, DAP. What are you talking about? Oh, the GDU. What are you talking about, bro? The PDFCS.
The main one that like your either your staff sergeant or your lieutenant setting up, and everybody is you're like focal aiming point in the middle of the pause. They're like the stupid little fucking like periscope looking things on tripods.
You're talking about the aiming circle?
Yeah, the fucking aiming circle. There we go.
What the fuck are you talking about? You mean what we get laid with?
Yeah. So like, I mean, you can always revert back to that if.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like one of the main fucking firing methods.
Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to be able to shoot off the fucking stars.
Seriously.
If need be.
I mean, if your DAP is more than 1,200 meters, you're fucking fine.
Thank you.
But this isn't fucking Vietnam. This isn't the Korean War. This isn't World War II. This isn't fucking 2001. They just if it's on analog, we don't want you shoot, or if it's on digital, we don't want you to shoot it. Which I get it. But the fucked up thing is when your digicom goes down on 2 guns and you only have 2 guns to pick up the missions that a fucking 6-gun battery has. Like, we were only 4 howitzers deep for our deployment. We were not a full 6-gun battery.
Okay.
We had enough people to man 6 guns, but it would have been fucking rough.
Right.
We already burned out 2 howitzers in 3 months.
Be a lot of fucking skeleton crews, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the batteries are 6. Okay, so yeah, because our batteries were 8. So, okay, question for y'all.
Yep.
And I think this is only your Army thing, but y'all don't have like nicknames for your fucking platoon sergeants, right?
Like what capacity?
For us, our platoon sergeants, we call them Smoke Man.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I figured that was only an Army thing. And
I don't think we had anything like that.
Nah, I mean, yeah, in the Army, our platoon sergeants are in the field artillery only. In the field artillery only, it's Smoke.
Now, the only real one I can think of is like your battery guns. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, who's your battery guns?
Yeah, it's like your E7.
Okay, so that's our Smoke, our platoon sergeant.
Okay.
So the platoon sergeant, because of course you got your first sergeant, platoon sergeant, then your section chiefs. Like your chiefs, what do you call them? Staff sergeants? You still call them by staff sergeant, or do you call them chief?
No. So the Marine Corps artillery is a little bit different. If you're a chief, you're a corporal or a sergeant. You're never usually a staff sergeant. If you're a staff sergeant, you did something. So the way it works for us, right? Okay. We have corporals and sergeants that fill those billets. Then you have a staff sergeant as the platoon sergeant. So like your second platoon, it'd usually be like staff sergeant, whoever.
Right.
And then first platoon has their staff sergeant.
Right.
And then they report to BG. Okay. BG and first sergeant are fucking best buddies. Gotcha. First sergeant and CO. That's kind of the way it works for us.
Okay, so for us, because we have our obviously your battery first sergeant, and you got your 2 platoon sergeants for first platoon, second platoon, which are E7 slots. Correct. And then from there you would have your who works with the platoon sergeant, the Smoke Man. The ones that work with them are our gunnery sergeants, which are not the rank, it's just the title, gunnery sergeant.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that are assistant pretty much to the platoon sergeant. They're the ones that handle the maintenance. They have all the fucking bitch work.
Yeah, so the way it kind of works for from what I experienced in 10th Marine Regiment is like the senior sergeants, the 2-3 sergeants that you have, those are like the platoon sergeant's fucking go-tos.
Okay.
Like, hey, if we got a tasker that comes down from fucking the CO or the first sergeant, I'm going to push it to you. You're going to push it to the corporals. The corporals are going to push it to the lance corporals. And that's the way it's going to fucking roll.
Now, your commander for your battery, it's a battery commander, right?
Correct.
Not a company commander.
No. Battery.
Okay.
Battery.
You have a BC, right?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure. I mean, certain shit should not be changed. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It should be like
everything is battery. You have battery commander, battery XO, battery first sergeant, battery gunny.
Right. Dude, so let me ask you. I wish they would have like a fucking a competition between Marine Corps artillery, the best of your fucking jarheads, versus the best of the fucking Army on 777s, because y'all don't fuck around with anything but 777s, right?
So the funny thing is like, I know if you threw me on a 777 section today, I could do everything fucking like I never got away from it.
Okay.
I know that for a fact. If you put me on a howitzer section today, because I've done my job so much.
Right.
At the end of our 6-month deployment, we shot 24,000 rounds between 4 howitzers.
Nice.
That is fucking unheard of for 155 in the modern era.
True. What do you do on a Monday through Friday when you're in garrison, when you're not deployed?
Oof.
What the fuck
Motor
do y'all
stables. Do? Fucking a really big thing that we focus on in the Marine Corps is being machine gunners.
Okay.
That is one thing that was like kind of my specialty is machine guns, because we have, so the way it works in the Marine Corps is you have more crew served weapons than a infantry company.
Okay.
We had fucking 4 Mark 19s, 550 cals, and every fucking 240 you could think of, and saw gunners, and then M16s, M4s.
Damn.
And 203s if they were spread loaded in there.
So you guys basically, it sounds like you do the same shit we do. Mondays are motor pool days.
Yeah, we are self fucking sufficient when it comes to everything. So like Monday's motor pool, Tuesday's usually armory, Wednesday's taskers, and then Thursday, Friday are taskers.
All right, so let me ask you, what do y'all really do during the fucking day?
We bullshit the fuck out of things. We do a lot of gun drills. That's one thing that I will say. In 10th Marine Regiment, we did a lot of fucking gun drills. And that shit, in my opinion, really does make a Marine a different fucking person. When you can think about, so like in 10th Marine Regiment, the motor pool itself, there's 2 of them. There's the deployment lot, and then there's the garrison lot. Okay. If you're in the deployment lot, it's kind of like a lower lot with like a fewer squad bays. You're kind of by yourself. You're secluded from the regiment because you're attached to either 6th Marine Regiment, which is infantry, or 8th Marine Regiment, which is also infantry.
Okay.
And so like you kind of can get to do your own fucking thing, but a lot of times they work on like DAPs because there's a fucking water tower like straight ahead. They deem it, oh, it's not 1,200 meters, so you can't use it as a DAP. Or what the fuck was the name of that shit that you had to do with howitzers like every 4 to 6 months?
FCAT.
Yeah, some shit like that, where you have to like calibrate the howitzer with the little M2 gunner sight to make sure
you have
it's
to
still
fuck the fire control alignment test.
Yeah, fire control alignment test.
Yeah, it's the FCAT.
Yep.
So yeah, I hated doing that shit.
Oh, we would fucking do them all the time. You'd go pick a gun up for maintenance. You'd fucking bring it to the motor pool. You FCAT it. You fucking pick it up and you put it right back in the bay.
Yep, dude. I don't know how many times.
And that shit takes fucking like 4 hours for whatever fucking.
If you're doing it, fucking step by step by the fucking.
That's how we'd always do it too. You would have like 1 or 2 chiefs that would bullshit it because they know it would pass. But like majority of the time, you're fucking.
How often do you guys do like a? We are like, okay, in the Army, we have the artillery skills proficiency test, ASPT, and then we have our gunners testing. So
the way it works for us is on the West Coast, your battery guns, so your E7 of the battery can, from what I understand, I don't know about modern day, can make you a gunner.
Okay.
Can make you a physical gunner on a howitzer. On the East Coast, you have to go to the battalion school to become a gunner or an A gunner.
No shit.
And then once you get that gunner cert, I mean, I was a piece of shit. I didn't fucking do anything. Once I got back in the deployment, I was like, fuck this shit, I'm getting out.
Right.
Because I got married a year and a half after getting back, being a fucking dumb little 21-year-old and making bad decisions.
That's what you do. Was she a stripper?
No, she was actually in the Air Force.
Was it the same one that from the story earlier?
No.
Putting the dip in her mouth?
Yeah, no. Wasn't that.
Hey, you got yourself an Air Force chick? We'll have to talk about that one.
Off a Tinder.
Of course. Never mind. She was, dude. Anyways, so you have to, but do you have to recert every so often to maintain your certification as a gunner? Or
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Because I knew a lot of dudes that were like 2 or 3 year gunners and didn't want to become chiefs.
Oh, fuck that. I needed.
I mean, now, in my personal opinion, looking back, I wish I would have done more. And that's kind of something that I'm kind of mad at myself for. Like going now into the National Guard role, I want to pick up sergeant. I want to become a fucking section chief because the experiences I have with 777s, because I'm going to a 777 battery.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Fucking. Nobody else has this shit. You have E7s that have never even fucking been outside of Kuwait.
Right. So
don't get me wrong. You're an E7. At the end of the day, I respect you.
Right.
But there's a point.
Exactly, dude. And you know what? Some of these motherfuckers got to humble themselves because that's what happened to me. I had to humble myself. Like I told you, I came from a mechanized unit from a
Yep.
paladin.
Yep.
And when I went to the fucking 119er,
You were like,
that's
this
real
is
fucking
gay.
artillery.
This is fucking bullshit. And then you were like, oh, hold up. I got to take a step back.
Oh, yeah, dude. I was listening to an E5. I was a staff sergeant, E6.
Yep.
And I had to humble myself like, all right, sergeant, let me know. Teach me. Because
I've seen it more than once, man. I even in the Marine Corps side, I've seen staff sergeants teaching sergeants, or
yeah,
vice versa, sergeants teaching staff sergeants.
Dude,
because
I mean, you have to be humble.
A lot of our guys, they get tasked out to go to like embassy schools, recruiting, and then when they come back to the fleet, they're staff sergeants because they pick up these roles so quickly in like the recruiting field. They get staff sergeant put on, and then they shit not like they dump all their knowledge out.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got to come back and they got to have a brand new sergeant or corporal fucking teach them everything.
And then you got that salty ass corporal like motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck you, staff sergeant. I'm gonna fucking tell you how to really do shit, bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
So
plenty of those.
I mean, and that's cool that you're going to a fucking 777 unit. You're gonna go in there. You're gonna go be hot shit. You know, and that's cool, man. You know, and I wish you the best on that, and I'm gonna have you back on here to let us know.
Of course,
because we're gonna have to start wrapping this up. It's been 2 hours.
I just noticed
that. I didn't even know that.
It feels like it's been 20 fucking minutes.
For real, dude. And you know what? I'm glad that we're doing this because
I'll gladly come on any day of the week, brother. Any fucking day of the week.
Because let's just we'll close it up with the coming out. What was your decision to get out of the Marine Corps? What led to that decision?
So, to be honest, I'm going to be completely blunt with you. I had a lot of mental health problems coming off of the deployment, and I didn't really foresee it then.
Mm-hmm.
I did, like I said in the beginning, I got divorced. Me and my ex-wife split up a year out of me being out because of my mental health. It just downhill as soon as I got near my ETS. Shit. Realistically, I was like, fuck this. I'm not staying in the Marine Corps. Like, I don't hate the Marine Corps, but my last battery really didn't have some good leaders compared to the first battery I was in. And I was like, fuck this place. I'm not fucking dealing with it. I'm not going to another unit. I'm not staying in the Marine Corps. And looking back, man, I kind of wish I would have stayed a little bit longer. But with that being said, I had some really great people out in the civilian world. I lived in South Carolina for 2 years. Had some really good mentors there. A lot of them were military guys, either in the Army or the Marine Corps. And they helped me through a lot of shit, and I really appreciate them for that alone. But just getting out and dealing with mental health, man, so many people struggle with it. And that's my biggest thing I hate seeing.
Yeah. And that's one of the biggest struggles that a lot of us have, you know, especially when we get out, like you don't realize how much you've changed. Yep. While you've been in the military, where it's in a 3-year, 4-year, 8-year, 20-year, shit changes from your from when you first walk in as a civilian and you come out as a motherfucking veteran, especially when you've been out. Go ahead.
Next episode, I want to briefly touch on it. I spent a little bit of time up here in Massachusetts at a reserve infantry unit because I was going to change my MOS. And I talked to their sergeant major. He actually knew my sergeant major in 10th Marine Regiment. Really solid guy. And him and I had a really personable conversation one day, and just salt of the earth kind of fucking guy. And he was like, listen, man, I'm a sergeant major, you're a corporal. And the fact that I'm experiencing and going through the same things that you were coming out of active duty, and that we can have a grown man conversation person to person, it means more to me and him than it does to sit there with somebody that's never been through anything. Like a therapist who's never been through traumatic shit to talk about these things. And I found that very humbling as a man, right, to know that, holy shit, this dude's been in the Marine Corps since the day I was fucking born.
Right.
And I can have a whole conversation with him and relate to him in such a capacity where he actually feels open enough to talk to me about it.
Dude, the one thing that's one of the reasons I made this pod, because one thing I miss is the brotherhood aspect that we share. I could talk to anybody that I've never fucking known in my life, you know, at the VA center, and chop it up like we've known each other fucking forever. Like right now, me and you, I've never met you. till about fucking a couple hours ago that
Yep.
we on the Instagram.
But you and I can bullshit all
and
day
we could,
long about
dude,
fucking we're
it's
brothers.
been 2 hours. Two
Yep.
hours, and I have not felt the time go by. Because to me, this is I say it a lot. This is like my therapy session in a way.
Exactly.
It's like therapy without the therapist. And when we go into the part 2, when we have the next episode, we're gonna dabble more into this, because this is one of the most important aspects of this podcast. To break the stigma of of being able to go seek help. The fucked up part is when you have motherfuckers that never gone out, and they flood the fucking VA system for motherfuckers, and they fuck it up for people that are trying to get help. But that's me on my soapbox. And but dude, I want to have you back again, and if possible, if we could do it again next week.
Yeah, of course.
And and we'll continue with part 2 of the fucking Dustin Martin or Tony Martin or whatever the fuck his name wants to go by saga, because dude, this has been a great conversation that I've been looking forward to. And ladies and gentlemen out there in the fucking podcast world, if you want to come and shoot the shit with me here on the podcast, hit me up on the Instagram DMs, on the Facebook DMs, or over at onthegunline@gmail.com. I will be glad to fill you in. I started my calendar here, so I got slots to fill. So come on, hit me up, and we'll fucking fill you in.
Oh yeah, brother.
Bro, thank you for being here. Any advice for any of those little jarheads getting in or getting out, or any advice for anybody that's transitioning, not into the other transitioning type, but that's coming out of the military to the civilian sector? Do you have any advice for them?
I'm going to say this. This is something that impacted me quite hard recently. I did lose one of my friends from deployment on the 4-year anniversary. Shout out to the Daniels family, the McDaniels family. They lost their son, unfortunately. Really great family. I was very sad to hear their son's passing. But I will say this: reach out to your boys. Reach out to your boys. Reach out to the people that you served with. There's people that I served with that I barely knew, and I still talk to them. I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. No matter what we have between our legs, I care about people at the end of the day, and I don't want to see somebody struggle with something that I've struggled with, and they feel that they can't have a conversation about it. And that's something that scares me more, that if you're going to keep something so bottled up inside of you that it's going to cause a reaction that you can't change, that is the scariest thing in my opinion. Be a human being. Be a human being.
Dude, I've seen these messages out there, and like these memes that they make them with, like I'd rather listen to you and your problems than attend your funeral, you know. So yeah, I'd rather you talk my ear off for hours, than you end up, making a decision that you can't come back from. You know what I mean?
And listen, as a young devil dog and now a soldier, I've been there. I unfortunately I have been there. I've seeked mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Mental health is not what it comes out to be. The system is fucked up. And to be honest, I went there, didn't help me. Made it worse. And I know a lot of other people that did the same too. But the funny thing is talking to their friends made it a little bit better.
Honestly, you are fucking 100% on that. Now, for some folks, going to get therapy helps them. For others, it doesn't.
They do. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's on you as the individual.
Right.
But in my opinion, I've found that having just a conversation with a brother or a sister is more changing than anything else.
One thing I will say on that note as well, because when I first started doing the treatment of therapy, I was doing one-on-one with a shrink, because I thought, I didn't want to get into that group therapy session because
and you got the little white noise machine on. You're sitting in the little office.
Yeah. Well, see, I thought that would have been a better because I thought that was going to be a better experience because I'm not exposing myself to a group of other people. But then I finally got talked into doing group therapy, and I thought it was going to be a fucking, dick measuring contest. It actually turned out to be the group session was better than the one-on-one.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, you're in Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get on with PB Abate. They're a veteran organization. Phenomenal. I'm part of the Boston chapter up here in Massachusetts. I've met with the guys once. The guy up here that runs it, great guy. They're it's kind of geared a little bit towards Marines. It's kind of more towards Marines.
Yeah.
But we got Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, whoever. I mean, those guys are just salt of the earth people.
Yeah.
And they love hearing stories. They love being for their brothers and sisters. And it's a phenomenal organization, in my opinion.
And like I said, man, I mean, sometimes just coming to something like this where you can just come chop it up for a while.
Yep.
It'll make you feel better. And you never know. What I like about this shit here is that somebody who doesn't want to go get any help or anything like that, they can listen to our stories and be like,
and
I'm
they
not
can
the
relate
only
to
one.
everything.
Yep. They're like,
if it's
I'm not
not everything, it's one thing.
Yep. Exactly, dude. Exactly. And that's why I keep doing this shit, because every once in a while I'll get a fucking message like, hey man, that one last podcast, man, it really was good. There've been times I'm like, I'm done with this shit. You know what I mean? But then that one person hits me up like, hey man, that episode was good. I appreciate it. And so with that, it's like, fuck it, keep on going. But hey, dog, I gotta fucking cut this out because I gotta go eat dinner. Man. And dude, I really
appreciate the time, man.
No, dude, I really appreciate your time here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this fucking formatted and drop later on tonight. And it's 7 over here, so it should be ready. I would say about 9:30ish my time. That'll be about 9:30 your or 10:30 your time. But I'll shoot you a link on it, dude. I appreciate you being here. We're gonna do the shit again next week.
Hell yeah,
and I'm gonna hit you up on the gram as well. All right, brother.
Yep.
Thanks a lot for being here. What do you go by? Your name? What?
Dustin. Just Dustin.
Yep. All right, Dustin. I appreciate you being here.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, you got any shout outs before we go?
Nope.
All right, cool. Rounds complete. End of mission.
End of mission.
Gunline out, motherfuckers. Bye, y'all.
See you.